Hey guys, this is Samuel, and today I'm going to be talking about Grand Theft Auto 5. Grand Theft Auto 5 is announced, and I'm pretty stoked because the Grand Theft Auto series has basically been a genre definer throughout its entire lifespan. And whether you love it or hate it, it has changed video games forever. Um, Before Grand Theft Auto, um, you know, video games were aimed at children or teens at the most. Grand Theft Auto really pushed and defined what can be done with games and games as an art form. Now, in a lot of GTA 5 videos I've seen here on YouTube, a lot of people are hating on Grand Theft Auto 4. And I just gotta ask why. I mean, Grand Theft Auto 4, despite whether you think it was bad or not, because if you think it's an awful game, I mean, I thought it was an awful game after not playing it for a long time. But I started playing it again just to redefine my opinion or see if my opinion has changed. And Grand Theft Auto 4 is a really interesting game. It's a game that one of the few games that will probably, continue to be fresh this whole generation. The more I play Grand Theft Auto 4, the more I see that it's an amazing game. It's a really amazing game, and it has definitely defined this generation. I mean, a lot of the things in Grand Theft Auto 4 have been implemented in so many games. I mean, and a lot of it hasn't, and that surprises me. Grand Theft Auto 4 goes into such vivid detail with almost every part of its environment. I mean, aside from Fallout 3, I can't think of another game, not even Rockstar's two other big blockbusters this generation, LA Noire and Red Dead, have done as much as Grand Theft Auto 4 to detail and refine the city. One thing that makes me excited for Grand Theft Auto 5 is that it might take place in San Andreas. And if it does take place in San Andreas, that is a much bigger environment than Liberty City. And the detail and time and effort and everything put into 4 just it just makes me I just can't wait to see how they're going to implement that in San Andreas. Because if any of you have played at San Andreas is arguably the best Grand Theft Auto. And seeing what they did with LA Noire and stuff like Grand Theft Auto Chinatown Wars, I'm really interested to see how they implement those new features, such as, actually trying to destroy cars to get, cops off your tail, and just all those interesting, fascinating assets of LA Noire and Red Dead, and just how the map worked in Red Dead worked better than any Grand Theft Auto or even LA Noire. So I'm really interested in seeing how they implement all these new things that they've done with this amazing engine into Grand Theft Auto 5 and how much they've improved the engine. I mean, but despite how much people hate Grand Theft Auto 4, it laid the groundwork for Red Dead and LA Noire, and soon to be Max Payne 3. So, yeah. And as the time goes on, the online engine is getting better. I mean, it was amazing in Red Dead. It's not so great in Grand Theft Auto 4, but that doesn't keep it from being the number 6 most played game on Xbox Live for I don't even know how many years. Let's see, 2008, 2011, 3 years, man. And this game has barely aged in comparison to some of its predecessors. I mean, what else came out in 2008 that hasn't aged besides Gears of War 2, this game? Well, Gears of War 2 has aged. I'll take that back. Gears of War 2 has definitely aged. But this game and Fallout 3 are like the only games that have really stood the test of those 3 years. Because 3 years we were still in the growing pains of this generation. Uh, in 2008 we were still in a growing pain, even though it being the most financially successful year for the 3 systems, we were still in a growing pain. Because, 360 hardware was, already tested out, but the PS3 hardware was still newish. People still didn't know how to program for it. The Wii had barely come out. Like, people were still learning the systems. And for this game to come out in that really awkward time period says something. I mean, aside from getting over mildly difficult to remember controls, um, you could just jump back into this game and it still feels great. So when you're hating on Grand Theft Auto 4, I suggest to just go back and play it a little bit because a lot of people seem to just absolutely despise this game. I mean, this game has really just defined this generation. And if you don't think so, just try it. I'm serious. Just go out. It's like $10 now. Go out and try Grand Theft Auto 4 again. Samuel out.